Farmers in the US, regardless of the area, are the most productive in the world.
It's very important to us to put a quality product out that the people do want throughout the world.
They like good products, and I like to produce good products. So we put a lot of effort into that, yeah.
They can come here for whatever they're looking for, and year after year that they're gonna find exactly what they expect, whether that's in 1987 or 2023, they're gonna find the quality. They trust the suppliers, they trust the relations that they have to supply exactly what they're looking for.
We are passionate about making sure that they get the hay they want when they want it every time, and we take that very, very personally.
We've got great farmers here that put a lot of time and effort into understanding and seeking out the information to know what the end users are looking for around the world and domestically to create the quality product that they can move.
The quality is driven by our customers. We want to make sure that they get the best that we are able to offer. We listen to them and we make the adjustments as necessary. That's anywhere from what types of fertilizer we're putting in the ground and how long we leave it in between cuttings. So we make sure and not overgrow it, but to keep it fresh, soft, and just a better feed then.
Throughout the western United States, American farmers work diligently to provide exactly what their customers need. This network of farmers and their export partners stand for safe forage. This is backed by high standards held from the field through storage and processing to shipment overseas. The western United States provides many different types of forage. These include alfalfa, as well as Timothy, Klein, Sudan, and Bermuda grass hays, and straw such as ryegrass and fescue. The farmers work with the land to create the best quality possible using the safest and most sustainable practices available.
It's good ground. We've got plentiful sunshine, and when you take good care of it, it takes good care of us.
Soil type that we have up here is bar none. It grows some of the best Timothy in the world. The alfalfa crops are extremely fertile and high producing.
We're blessed to be in a farming region where we can put up a reliable product and make that promise to them.
Farmers in this industry are, I would say, becoming even more sustainable than they were 40, 50 years ago. They're truly caring about the soil health.
There's a lot of components that go into producing the highest quality possible. It's the weather conditions, it's managing the short-term weather conditions, it's cutting the crop on time, it's watering on time, it is the application of pesticides if needed at the right time.
Reliability is really important to us. With the farmers, we work closely with them on how they applicate things to their fields, what's been used, crop rotations, what the crop rotation is, how long the product's been in.
Our main objective and our main goal is to keep crops clean. So on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, we're in our growers' fields to keep those crops clean, to make sure we have a presentable crop to the market.
We go through so many steps to, prior to the product being harvested, there's so many requirements. There's a lot of time and a lot of effort spent into understanding what's safe, understanding what's the proper product to use.
Every spray job is only done if it's necessary. We try to do it at exactly the right time. Monitor all the fertilizer inputs, of course, for the sake of the ground, and then also just to keep our costs down.
We want to eat healthy foods. And part of that healthy food is knowing and trusting that that food was grown to the highest standard, not just for the consumer, but that it was also grown with respect to the workers that harvested that commodity, and ultimately that we can trust that if it's grown in the United States, it's going to be extremely safe.
We've got a lot of longtime employees that are incredibly dedicated to making sure that the customer's satisfied with the product they get. The first thing we have to do after harvest is get it stored well and protected from the elements. We also have to go through and do complete analysis testing, which we do on all the alfalfa and even most of the Timothy There's a lot of analysis traits that the customers are looking for to know that it's the quality that they want. And then we continue to make sure that we're matching up specific fields, specific stack numbers that go to specific containers, so there's clear traceability all the way through the system, so the customer knows what they're getting. If there's any kind of issue, we can trace that all the way right back to the field.
All of the analysis, any of the chemicals, anything that are used on the field, fertilizers, nutrient, anything like that, it all relates back to that number.
We feed animals all over the world, all different kinds of animals, from dairy cows, beef cows, race horses, camels, goats, sheep, everything. And each one of those has a different need when it comes to the type of hay that they're going to eat.
Overall, we feed about 11,000 animals. Like if you're feeding at the dairy, we look at quality. We're big on quality, especially our silages. And if like our diet, we put a lot of roughage in. We rather put up more quality hay, more quality haylage and corn silage.
We work very hard to manage the quality, the consistency, the on-time shipments, the good packaging, the reliability of getting the products that we need.
We have easy access to the ports. That's really what sets all of our agricultural commodities up for global access, which is really the whole difference in the economics of agriculture, is to have a global market access.
And as far as the government regulatory things, like on the phytosanitary and fumigation things, it's very important because it makes it a level playing field for everybody. Just puts a seal of approval on everything.
Our staff take great pride in doing those certificates because it's an important piece that helps facilitate trade, and it helps the businesses and the farmers sell their product, move it out of this county.
There are so many different variables that can affect production and every element of production agriculture, not just here, but overseas. So the landscape of production agriculture and export is constantly changing. We're constantly updating everything, constantly reviewing everything. And that's why all these different professionals involved with production agriculture, why they're so important, why their participation and their contributions and cooperation are so important, because they're all part of this process.
We have to have a customer mindset, and that's what all of these growers have, which is huge. And then in relationships in general, I mean, we have farmers that supply our needs that we've worked with for 2 and 3 generations, which is really neat. And relationships in agriculture have always been important and continue to be as important today as they ever have been.
We are all working at this extremely hard, from the farmer level to the exporter level in between. There's agronomists involved, there's everybody, truckers, everybody has your best interest in mind. We know the product that we sell from the time that it's harvested to the time that it's exported, and we stand behind our product. It's not an easy task. There's a lot of moving parts. Things change in the process, but we're here working for the animals that we feed and the customers that we service.
It is just hay. But when you sit back and you look at that process and all the work that so many people are doing to manage the quality, to produce the best possible quality, and you take that product and you deliver it to a farm, whether it's a large farm or it's just a small family dairy farm, it is absolutely amazing. We are taking hay and we are moving it around the world and feeding cows. We're not feeding cows, we're feeding people.